welcome to Down the Line. So here today we've got the Mini Twin from DHD, and these are kind of just designed to be that performance fish. It's going to kind of work in anything from kind of smaller low end surf, kind of like waist high, up to waves, anything kind of overhead, you know. It's got a really nice outline, that classic kind of wide nose profile for the fish. Tons of kind of thickness right under your chest there. And then it sweeps down into this really nice little refined tail. So obviously with this board, Darren's designed something that's going to paddle really well, give you that kind of fishy glide and kind of looseness. But then with that tail being nicely refined, nicely pulled in, they're also really manoeuvrable and kind of can give you enough hold when the waves get a little bit steeper. You've probably all seen tons of footage of Asher Pacey, kind of absolutely ripping on these things. And yeah, it's like so much fun. They've been really well received here. We've had lots of good feedback on them from our customers, and they're really great board for our UK conditions as well. So one of the first things that you mainly notice about this board is that like really high amount of foam up under your chest there. So they paddle really well because of that. Then with the bottom shape, it's kind of a single to double, and then with plenty of V off the tail. So what that does is that's channeling all that water out between your fins, just giving you tons of speed, that instant kind of speed and glide that you want from a fish. But then with that really nice refined tail, these things also turn really, really well. So they're going to give you that flow and that kind of those little bursts of acceleration and kind of that skatey feel that you get from a fish, but also the feedback we've had from customers that you can push them pretty hard off the bottom, and they are a really manoeuvrable kind of performance fish. So real good option if you're looking for that kind of twin fin that's also a bit of an all-rounder, going to work well kind of when the waves get better, but also with all that foam, they're going to paddle really well too. So when it comes to fins with these boards, we notice a few different things going on actually. A lot of guys tend to surf them with the K2, which kind of that is a really versatile fin, really good because it gives you that kind of keel fin glide, but also that added element of performance. Or recently actually, I've noticed a lot of guys start using more of an upright twin fin, so something like the EN from Futures. And having that more upright fin template rather than the K2 just kind of gives you a bit more pivot. I've actually had really good feedback on kind of using those more upright twin fins with this board. It kind of makes sense when you look at the board because the tail is so refined and pulled in. Having a more upright fin just kind of gives, like I said, gives you that more pivot for your turns, which a lot of people tend to really like with these boards. As always, fins is kind of, it's a personal preference. It's good to experiment, but those are two really solid options for this board. So the DHD Mini Twin, it's kind of that classic twin fin fish, but just with a modern day twist. You can really see that it's one of Darren's boards, one of Darren Handley's designs, because it's got so many of those just highly refined, nice performance elements. And it's actually really interesting to see how he's blended that with a fish. Some of the kind of feedback I've had has been really positive with this board, and like also all the footage that you see coming out of the guys riding it in odds just looks insane. They'll go well in weaker surf, but they'll also kind of come into their own if it's more lined up or if it's kind of a bit steeper. And they're kind of just a really great option if you want that twin fin in your quiver that you can kind of go to, whether it's going to be small or if it's going to be a bit bigger and a bit steeper, and still allow you to kind of have that twin fin flow, but throw in some really strong manoeuvres as well. So as always, if you've got any questions on the board, feel free to head over to our Instagram, drop us a message, or drop us an email anytime.